Welcome to Ask Sean, where I explore all sorts of questions about life, relationships, and being human. I'm Sean Slevin, a licensed professional counselor and a licensed marriage and family therapist. And if you have a question for me, you can send that to me anonymously at www.asksean.org. So this is another one of my kind of informal, in-process videos. I'm just coming from one of my riding lessons, my horseback riding lessons, and today I got to do a higher jump than I have previously done, which was very exciting and a little scary, as you know, often new things are. Today's jump, I actually asked my instructor to measure it because I wanted to know, like this. I know this is higher than I've done before. I want to know how much it is. So it's 2 feet 3 inches in terms of where the bar was that the horse and I were jumping over, which may not sound like much, but it's more than I have done before, and felt like more in my body. So yeah, that's fun and that's exciting and whatnot. But there was something that happened in the experience of this that happens like probably pretty often, honestly, in my riding lessons, which is I didn't keep riding. So there's like this expression that my instructor will use of kind of no matter what happens, you keep riding. So like if the horse gets spooked, you keep riding the horse. You know, if you make a jump or you don't make a jump or whatever, you keep riding. As long as you're on the horse, you keep riding. And what this means is staying present to, staying attentive to the process, the experience of riding. So what can happen, and what I'm, can sometimes do is, something will happen, like making this jump. Like I made it over this jump, I let out a little whoop, just kind of nervous excitement, and I landed well and everything. All of that was good, but then I stopped riding in the sense that I didn't continue to be focused on the process of riding, and so I got a bit jumbled, and like everything kind of got discombobulated and sloppy and whatnot. And I think this really this feels metaphorical for life, right? Like there's I think maybe in some ways because we are in a culture that is so intense on productivity, right? And so even as I think about like applying this principle to life, of like, okay, you got to keep living, if you're alive, keep living. I immediately think about how I need to give the clarification of, I don't mean be busy, right? Like, because that's the culture we've been born into, is that like, oh, if you're alive, keep living means be busy, be doing lots of shit. And it's like, well, no, that's not what we need. Life isn't about being productive per se. Being productive can be good. It's not inherently bad, but that's not what we build our life around. Especially sort of the narrow kind of mechanistic, kind of definition of that we tend to have here in modernity. Yeah, so it's like, I mean something, I don't know, deeper and broader, that like, in terms of like, if you're alive, keep living, like keep attending to the process of your life. So that may mean I need to take a nap. That may mean I need to go for a walk. That may mean I need to talk to a friend, or I do need to get some things done, or I need to eat something, or I need to play. I mean, there's a bazillion answers here, right? But I think so often we kind of check out, right? Like, I mean, I've got my own chronic things I continue to fight against, with my phone and with the internet, Instagram and whatever, just these ways that, I think, again, in part because of this, like, culture of like incessant busyness that we've all been, born into, that we're all swimming in. It can feel like, yeah, the only answer is to sort of check out in sort of a busy kind of way. But yeah, I don't think that's the answer. I don't think that's what we really need. I don't think that's actually continuing to ride, continuing to live, continuing to be attentive to, be present to the process of living our lives. So the good news is, just like in my lesson today, like we get multiple chances, So my instructor is like, we're going to do that again. And this time, you're going to make the jump and you're going to keep riding and you're going to ride all the way around the ring, which I did and did well, which is great. So yeah, I mean, and life is like that. I mean, we're all in process, we all are getting things imperfectly, and the good news is we're going to get another shot, maybe in a few minutes, maybe in a few hours, few days, whatever. Like, so yeah, I don't know. It's just something I'm thinking about is like, and I guess I just would invite, y'all to ponder is like, where are the places in your life where you're not continuing to live, you're not continuing to be present to the process of living your life, whatever that looks like in that moment, where you stop riding, the horse, and suffer for it, because you're not actually being in sync with what your body, your mind, your heart, your soul, your relationships, your relational needs, you're not being in sync with all of what you need. So yeah, well, until next time, peace be with you.